Hey guys, it's Albertium back with another boss guide for Nioh 3, and this one can be really tricky. Luckily, I have a method for you, and you will see what the method is and how well you adapt to this. It's either gonna take a little bit of your time and patience, or it's going to be a little bit quicker. And you know how this goes before I even think about asking you to click that like or subscribe button for me. Please, allow me a chance to earn that from you. With that being said, let's get in on this. These three ninjutsu skills are basically everything that we're gonna be needing, and if you can actually, enhance any of these through the accessories, that would be fantastic. And the boss fight itself. Now, I'm going to be pausing here as I often do just to make sure I explain everything the best. You saw what I did there. I used the lightning step to close the distance extremely quickly, get in there, get a few hits, and then I just back away because lightning, and then just get a few hits in more. Now, this attack right here is going to be very important. I need you to pick attacks that you feel comfortable with, and then we are going to be baiting these attacks and punishing them. How many of these attacks you can add to your repertoire is going to be affecting the length of this boss fight, but any, amount of these attacks that you pick is going to be successful. Now, this attack right here is extremely important because once he ends the progress on doing this, he's just standing there and he's not going to be dodging your throwables. So chuck your throwables, chip away at his health, and maybe ideally set him on fire. But here's the thing, the lightning is going to be coming, so you let it simmer out just a little bit and use the lightning step to get in there and just get as many hits as you can. Okay, so we're starting this segment with him charging up that homing attack. This attack is going to be another attack that I would recommend you get very comfortable with. Now, you cannot bait this at too great of a distance or too close of a distance, because once you dodge, you need to be able to get in quickly and continue hitting him. But here's the thing, sometimes, on some rare occasions, he might actually transition into his burst attack. If this is happening for you way too fast, do not even try to, counter burst. Just go around, and then he is still going to be open and just very susceptible to dealing damage. Now, another thing that I want to tell you here is going to be his little buddy in this fight that sometimes is going to be shooting things at you. Now, where the energy collects, you are going to be knowing what is happening. If it collects, sorry about that, in front of his mouth, he is going to be doing that shouting attack that is reaching across the distance. The other two really aren't that big of a deal, so you won't have much trouble with that. And that is going to be the phase 1. Just pick as many attacks as you feel comfortable with and punish them. And that's pretty much going to be it. You can actually finish this first phase with quite a bit of elixirs, in your pocket still. And the phase 2, we are yet again gonna be picking the attacks we feel comfortable with, and this attack is so easy to counter. So once you see him do that, you need to start running away from him and taking into account that he is gonna be disappearing and reappearing, and where he lands is where you need to be. This attack where he charges forward and has that after effect of wind, it is really a bad idea to try to punish that physically, with your melee. Instead, just keep chucking the throwables anytime you don't feel comfortable with one of his attacks, and that's always going to be the key here. Now, in the second phase, he also gets some really nasty AoE wind attacks, which is pretty much more reinforcing the idea that we should be staying away from him. So all of these attacks that you kind of feel maybe are a little bit complicated, just keep using your throwables. And the attacks that we do feel comfortable with, we are going to be using not just to, dish out damage, but also just refill all our throwables. Now, that was the second version of that attack that you can actually be punishing. Just don't linger too much, because there's never telling what's going to be happening next. Now, you see this attack happens quite a lot, and depending on your level and equipment, it's going to be, how long this is going to be lasting. Now, anytime you need to be careful about his reaching stab attack, so I cannot reiterate enough, do not linger too long. Just keep chipping away from him, and that's going to be enough to get him over the line. Now, you might be losing patience, but believe me, it's going to take you a heck of a lot longer if you just keep coming into the boss fight, dying, redoing. So this really is a no-brainer kind of way to beat this pretty damn annoying boss. All of these projectiles, these energy ones, how I deal with them is just wait for like a little bit and then just dodge to either side. Now, that's going to be the least of your trouble in this pretty tricky boss. Guys, remember, just pick the attacks you feel comfortable in countering. They are gonna be dishing out the damage to the HP bar, refilling your throwables. All the attacks you don't feel comfortable with, you are gonna be punishing with throwables. It's as simple as that. Guys, hopefully this helps you. I'm gonna be seeing you in the next one. Bye bye.